Hey guys, Graven here. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Contest of Champions. Today we're going to be continuing on with our How to Effectively Use series, and we're going to be taking a look at Iron Man. Now, Iron Man, to me, is the type of character in this game who doesn't really have much of a place whenever he's unawakened. And my 4-star currently is unawakened, so that's the reason he's just sitting at rank 3. He doesn't really have a lot of usefulness. Now, his attack and his health are pretty mediocre. They're not exactly the best in the world. They're not the worst in the world. His synergy bonuses, 6% armor with Captain America, 7% crit rate with Ultron, 5% perfect block chance with Thor or War Machine, and a 5% perfect block chance with Thor Jane Foster. Best one you got out of that bunch is the 7% crit rate with Ultron, and that's really all you get as far as synergy bonuses go. The rest of it's kind of just meh. He's got this one at rank 3, Armor 5 and Armor Break 4, which aren't bad abilities, but just given the fact that Iron Man is really just mediocre, unawakened, he doesn't really benefit anything from it. And it only stacks 1 Armor Break, so it's not really the most useful Armor Break in the world either. Iron Man's biggest thing is his arc overload. Once he becomes awakened and you have arc overload going, then he's okay. And I would definitely recommend him for at least Alliance War defense when you have that. And he's pretty clutch whenever it comes to doing missions whenever you have arc overload too. So he can come in handy there. Abilities, pretty slim list. 10% chance to armor up, reducing damage from attacks by 58% for 6 seconds. Special attack 1, 60% chance to armor break, removing enemy armor and applying 42% armor reduction for 8 seconds. Now, I'm not really sure why it just says special attack 1 on that, because he does get armor break from the rest of his abilities as well. So I'm not really too sure why it does that. But we're going to pop out of here and at least go take a look at his signature ability in my 3 stars. So let's take a look here at a signature level 88 arc overload. Iron Man overloads the arc reactor in his chest if health drops below 15%, briefly extending his lifespan with a burst of 53% armor and regeneration. So that's the key thing when it comes to doing Alliance Wars on defense with him, is once he drops to 15% health, they really don't have much choice to do anything to him to make him stop this, unless you're going up against like a Doctor Strange or a Magic or a Scarlet Witch that can nullify the ability, or a Black Widow. Black Widow actually does do a lot of damage against his arc overload because it's a passive. So if she has a high enough subtlety, he's not going to get it off. It's not going to happen. But that's the key benefit for him, though, is arc overload. Anybody else that goes in against him, he's at least going to get 53% of his health back. So that helps out hugely whenever he's being used in Alliance Wars on defense, especially if he's like on an enhanced ability node. He's going to get back way more of his health than what he does here, or what it says here. And like I said, this one here is just at 88, so it's going to fluctuate between how many times you've awakened him or not. But as far as I'm concerned, Iron Man really doesn't have the most beneficial placements unawakened, and even when he is awakened, you really are kind of limited to what you can use him for. Like I said, he is kind of a good character to have for questing, especially if you're going up against some of the harder hitting quests and you need extra life, because you can hit arc overload as many times as you want to, as long as you don't fall under 15% health. So let's say you're in a fight and you get down to 15% health and it regens you back up to 53 or 60 or whatever it is at max level. Then you can go into the next fight if you finish it without dropping below 15% health, and you have the possibility of being able to get arc overload again and just keep regenerating your health, and that way you don't spend a lot of potions doing quests. So he's not exactly, like I said, the best regeneration character in the world. He didn't make my top 5 because of the fact that it's really just hit or miss. It depends on what characters you're going up against. So But really, for me, once he is awakened, the best place for him is any of the enhanced nodes or any of the Thorns nodes. And that's only if you don't have a good mutant to throw on the Thorns nodes. If you don't have Cyclops or Colossus or even a Magneto to throw on one of those Thorns nodes, then Iron Man is definitely one of your better options to put on there, just because of the fact that he can regen, and that allows for more possibilities of being able to get those Thorns off on your opponent. But that's really about the only places I see a benefit for him in the game. I love Iron Man, don't get me wrong, but I just don't really see a lot of placements that he can be used. But alright guys, so that's going to be it for this episode. Pretty short. Can't complain about that one, I hope. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time watching the channel and you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a sub on it. If you enjoyed the video itself, please leave a like on it. And as always, guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.